Hey guys, for today's video, I'm going to keep it quick. One to talk about just one thing in particular, and that's vet visits during this Corona COVID-19 time. I am joined today once again by Beau. He is the main reason why I would ever go to a vet clinic nowadays. But in the past month or so, I've actually been to two clinics. The first one is where Beau gets his primary care. It's a place in Grimes. It's a small animal practice located just outside Des Moines. The second vet clinic that I actually went to this morning. It's Indianola Vet Clinic, so it's on the complete opposite side of Des Moines, but that is where we get our medication as well as vet advice for the animals at school. So the one that Beau goes to is primarily small animals, dogs and cats. The one in Indianola, that is also dogs and cats, but they also do large animals. So sheep and goats, cattle and horses. And Beau is gonna roll on his back here and say hello. He wants his belly scratched. So they both did something similar, but it looked different. When I pulled up to the Grimes clinic, I was the only one in the parking lot. I put Beau on a leash. He got out of the truck. We walked up to the front door, and there was a piece of paper on the door that had instructions on what to do when you arrive at the vet clinic. The door was locked. I could not just walk into the clinic. And what they were doing was, you stop at the door, you call into the clinic, and there's usually a vet tech that is working the front desk. You know, tell the tech who you are, what you're there for. They like it when you set up appointments. They're not really a walk-in clinic. And then the tech comes out and will take the animal from you. So he walked out, his name is Chris. Chris walked out, he grabbed the leash from me, he took Beau into the clinic and did the routine annual exam and gave Beau his shots. All the while I just sat in the truck, sat on my phone and looked at Facebook and whatnot. When they were done with the exam, the vet called me. The vet said, hey, here are the shots that we gave him. Here's how he's doing physically. The vet listed all the positive things, also listed any concerns that he might have about Beau. And then over the phone, I got my credit card out and I paid the vet bill. So it was pretty similar to what a normal vet visit was for when I take Beau in. The only difference was I couldn't go into the clinic and be in the room with Beau. So if you are going to take your animal into the vet, please be aware that you probably will not be able to actually go into the clinic, or if you can go in the clinic, you probably will not be able to go into the room with your animal. Always call ahead, call ahead, call ahead, call ahead. Let them know that you're coming, set up an appointment, so that when you get there, they're just not blindsided by anything. The second vet clinic that I went to, the one that I went to this morning in Indianola, once again, that is the large animal practice that I get medication and vet expertise for our animals at school. They ran a little differently. They have a smaller parking lot. They're located off the side of a highway. And in their parking lot, they had these makeshift signs in each of the parking spaces with a number on it. If you imagine when you go to McDonald's and you order your food, and if they don't give you the food right away, there's like those parking spaces off to the side where you sit there and you wait for them to bring out your food. It was somewhat similar to that. So what happened was, I saw there's an open spot with a number sign in front of it. I pull up to it. I didn't have an animal that I needed to have the vets look at. I just need to pick up a bunch of medication for the animals. And so what I did was I called into the building. I got on my cell phone, called the clinic. I got my phone call received by, I think Christy was her name. She's a tech. She's been there for years. She's wonderful. She knew who I was. She knew the farm account information, and I just rattled off all the different medication that I needed. I had a list made because the veterinarian that we use, Dr. Sandy, he gave me a list anyway. So I called Christy, told her what I needed. She went around the clinic and she gathered up a bag of all the different medication. Once again, I'm sitting in the truck. I'm not inside the clinic. When Christy had all of the medication gathered, oh, he's really enjoying this. You like that, Beau? Once she had all the medication gathered, she came back out to the truck and just handed it to me. I called via the phone back into the clinic, and I paid using the credit card. So at no point did I go into the clinic. The staff didn't really have to interact with me like face to face, because that's the goal during these times. And it worked really, really well. But I just want you to understand, if you're going to a vet clinic during this COVID-19 time, be aware you probably won't be able to go in the clinic. If you do, you probably can't go in the room with your animal. Call ahead, set up an appointment if you can. But let's just make sure that we're taking care of ourselves, and we're also taking care of our four-legged friends. All right? I think Beau's gonna stay in this position. Are you gonna take a nap now, Beau? All right, we'll talk to you guys later.